one thing that is important, we were talking about this, and I received some emails and tweets today. Why do you think the left joins up with Islam so much when all of their values fly in the face of things that leftists claim they support? I think it comes down to control. I think there are a lot of people out there who don't know, a lot of Bernie people, a lot of Hillary people, a lot of people out there who aren't malicious, who've bought into the lie, right? They think they want to be tolerant. Many people probably believe genuinely that Christian conservative Republicans are more of a problem than Islam. There are a lot of people out there who have bought that. And I blame them for not being educated, but I don't think they're malicious. Then there are people like Hillary Clinton. Then there are people like Bernie Sanders, like Barack Obama. Obviously, they know better. They've had their Homeland Security briefings. Obviously, they understand the evil that is straight from the pit of hell, or whatever you believe, that is Islam. But for political expediency, they have to keep their constituency in the dark. So there are two groups of people. But I think it comes down to control. And Islam is a big system of control. Leftists want control. And the way to control people is what's the easiest way to control people? Obviously, you can get into the physical, taking firearms away from a populace. But before people, I'm not saying that all liberals are like Hitler. Before any regimes, whether it's Hitler, whether it's Mao, whether it's Stalin, this is why the First Amendment is so important, right? We're not just talking about the ability to protect yourself with the Second Amendment. The first thing they do, and the thing they secure more than anything else, is controlling information. It's why Cuba doesn't have a free press. Or Venezuela. Of course, I don't think Nazi Germany had a free press. So I do think it comes down to control. Otherwise, it's unjustifiable. It's unjust. There's no way for the two to mesh. Progressivism, liberalism, whatever you want to call it, and Islam. Here's something else I think that is important. Listen, I'm generally a non-interventionist. Like I said, I think the main point should be if we go into a country, you go in to win, you kill their leaders, you break stuff, you end it. That's what I think. If the United States is going in, you go in. If you're in a fight, you're in the fight at that point. Otherwise, don't do it. So yeah, I think the United States needs to be selfish when it comes to that. What I do hope people take into consideration, though, is the lie that the United States is this evil empire. That we're just going over there, we're nation building, and this is bullcrap. The United States is the biggest empire there is. Let me explain to you. You obviously know ISIS, where they burn people alive in cages, where they rip people's heads off, where they cut their tongues out of their body while they're alive, and they cut their eyes out and their arms and their legs. In North Korea, the level to which they brutalize Christian dissidents is unbelievable. From public humiliation to just wood chips up the thumbs. Seesaw abortions, forced abortions. For those of you who don't know what it is in North Korea, seesaw abortion. If you have children listening, I would advise you cover their ears or turn down the radio right now. This happens in North Korean prison camps. Just because you want to say, well, listen, the United States has no business there. Maybe. But let's not act like there's a moral equivalency. They will take a pregnant woman, of course, if you're a Christian, and put a board on her, and people will do a seesaw on the pregnant woman until there's a forced abortion. Really, really evil stuff that they have to proactively think about. And let me tell you something. That woman getting a forced abortion in a North Korean prison camp, her only hope is seeing American troops coming over that hill. She's not waiting on the British. She's not waiting on the Turkish. She's not waiting on the French. Her only hope in life is that the United States decide enough is enough. Am I saying that makes it the United States' job? No, I'm not. But I'm saying you need to understand it from their perspective before you start vilifying American troops and conservative Americans who believe that we have power and great responsibility that comes with that man being burned alive in a cage by ISIS. His only hope, his only prayer is American Air Force jets or Navy jets coming over and dropping an ungodly firestorm on these terrorist, evil, horrendous bags of human scum. That's their only hope. So you need to understand this. I'm not saying it's our job, but when we go off and act as though the United States is taking their oil, let's put this into context. These people are facing brutal torture, oppressive regimes. They have no rights. Those people, guarantee you ask them, what do you want to see? It would be rescued by the Americans. It's their only hope, because we're the only ones who can do it. Does it mean it's our job? No. But there is some responsibility that comes with being a country, the only country who's had its crap together for decades. Let's put that into context next time someone tries to act as though the United States is no better than ISIS. Hey, if you like this clip, it's taken from the full-length podcast. Every week you can click that box down below to watch the full free video cast or subscribe on iTunes to watch on the go. Click my face to go to louderwithcrowder.com where we write plenty of articles, columns, and upset those who are easily triggered. Or click below me. There's some other video down there. I don't know what it is yet. Not Gay Jared is going to toss. It's probably going to be something ambiguous but uncomfortable.